In AI news, Anthropic says its new top-tier model, Claude Mythos Preview, will not be generally released. Instead, access is being gated through Project Glasswing, an invitation-only defensive security research program centered on major firms, but also including the Linux Foundation and a wider group of infrastructure organizations. Anthropic says Mythos can find and exploit serious vulnerabilities across major operating systems and browsers, and can even turn many known flaws into working exploits. If those claims are true, then the risks go beyond what bad actors might do. It is also what happens if elite closed-source tooling advances faster than the open and auditable world can keep up with. In the worst case, we could end up in a world where closed-source products become technically harder to compromise than the open alternatives that people can actually inspect, modify, and trust. That would only deepen centralization at exactly the moment we need more diffusion, democracy, and citizen-led solutions in the software world. Meanwhile, South Africa has published its draft national AI policy for public comment. Much of it reads as sensible and rights-aware, but one part deserves scrutiny. The draft says the information regulator should be strengthened to counter, quote, misinformation, disinformation, and other harmful online practices, and it also gestures towards AI content moderation and curbing misinformation. Read narrowly, that could mean fraud, deepfakes, and preventing real harm. But read more broadly, it raises the risk of mission creep into the realm of speech governance, depending on how, quote, harmful, quote, misinformation are defined and enforced later. Whether these concerns are real remains to be seen. Further north, the French Parliament is now considering a bill that would shift the burden of proof in some AI copyright cases. Supporters say this is a necessary response to a lack of opacity in the AI industry, and thus gives writers, musicians, artists, and publishers a fairer chance to enforce their rights. But critics argue that it flips the normal burden of proof and will expand litigation pressure and thus chill lawful experimentation, satire, parody, and stylistic imitation. On a final note, users of NVIDIA's OpenShell sandbox on Linux should check a newly opened security issue on NVIDIA's Nemo Claude tracker. The report says OpenShell 0.0.26 may fail to enforce its landlocked file system policy on tested setups, leaving parts of the host file system exposed to tampering by the AI agent. Anyone relying on OpenShell for containment should review the tracker and verify whether landlock is actually active on their own system. This has been Hero to Zero News. Subscribe to stay up to date with citizen rights, security, and privacy stories as they unfold.